the Honourable Jairam Simangal, Member of Parliament for La Hoqueta Talparo, Commissioners of T&TEC, Mr. Courtney Mark, Acting General Manager T&TEC, Mr. Rana Prasad, Councillor for Londonville Talparo, Mr. Wayne Solomon, Area Manager T&TEC Distribution East, Mr. Frank Chetty, Acting Manager of T&TEC Public Lighting Department, Executives and Management of T&TEC, residents of Talparo and environs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You know, I too want to recognize that cultural group before us there. You know, seems to be a well-put family there with a lot of talents. Let's give them a lusty round of applause there. If I was still in community development, I'd say we have good talent for the best village competition, right? And you know, when we go about in communities like these are the things we recognize and try to encourage and motivate those people to really move forward and build a name for themselves and their communities. So let me say good evening, and you know, I'm really pleased to see so many people from a rural community getting together like this here this afternoon. You know, let's give yourselves a hearty round of applause there as well. A century ago, American author and naturalist John Muir wrote these inspiring words, and I quote, "Everybody needs beauty as well as bread, places to play and places to pray, where nature may heal and give strength to body and soul." Muir, who was an influential thinker of his day, understood the importance of green spaces and their use for recreational activities. Today, scientists are making discoveries which seem to confirm what Muir has said so long ago. Studies have shown that access to open spaces like parks, as well as performing recreational activities in such spaces, provide many benefits to individuals and communities. In fact, we are only now beginning to understand how complex and multifaceted those benefits are. Did you know, for example, that hospital patients recover more quickly when they can see trees or open fields from their hospital windows? That's a good therapy. Or that recreational grounds can be used to combat delinquent behavior among youths in a community. Or parks and other such spaces can contribute to community spirit by providing a place where people can play together. And what about their effect on our general fitness and health? It was highlighted again recently from a published report by the UN-based Food and Agriculture Organization that we are the 5th fattest nation in the world. I don't think we're proud about that. Mexico being the first. I'm sure that I speak for all of us when I say that this is one time that we do not want to beat Mexico. In fact, we would like to be as low as possible on the global scale, while at the same time ensuring that our population is well fed and healthy. So from now on, I would like all of you to make a mental note of how best to use this ground to your benefit. This evening, we are here to celebrate the illumination of a space that can address these issues of health, well-being, and community spirit. The lights that we are about to turn on will enable you, the residents of Talparo, Tamana, and Todd Station, and surrounding communities, to use this ground well into the night and relatively safe. By doing so, you will be able to reap the mental, physical, and social benefits that I had mentioned before. Allow me to point out, however, that this will not happen unless you make a systematic effort to use these grounds for the betterment of yourselves and your community. You see, the rewards that can be accrued from the use of this ground can be compared to a crop that is ready for harvesting. It will be of no use to anybody out there in the field. The farmer has to go and reap it, carry it to the market and sell it so that you could eat it and be nourished. The same stands for this ground. You and every member of this and surrounding communities are the farmers. Do not let the crop go to waste. Start football and cricket leagues. Host community family days. The benefits to you and your community will be more than you imagine. And I know that your MP has embarked on a vigorous program of sport and activities, cricket and football competitions, and I want to commend him. Let's give him a round of applause for that initiative. I'm sure you all enjoyed the competitive aspect of the game. I remember reading in the newspapers just a few weeks ago that the Talparo RC won this year's girls' cricket title in the Atlantic LNG National Primary School Cricket League. I would like to congratulate the young ladies and their coaches for their success. I have been told that plans are underway to place a concrete pitch here as well as to refurbish the pavilion. And I hope that through the use of these improved facilities, more sports teams from this area will be able to celebrate similar successes to that experienced by the Talparo RC girls team. The benefits that your communities can reap from the use of this ground are many, but they are not for free. They call for dedication and commitment on your part. And I've heard that your MP made a request to upgrade the lights of this basketball court. Let me consider that done. I would also like to make a request on your behalf that wherever I put lights, I always like to see a jogging track there. Right? So, I throw it back in your MPs and your councillors' court, right? Now, I say this genuinely because I have seen that wherever we have jogging tracks and so, that you have a lot of use being made of it. Young people, elderly, and I spoke about those, Fight the Fat program and so, which you heard that the health minister speaking about. So that there's a lot of advantages in having these facilities. And I assure you that your representatives will do that very shortly. Now, the installation of the lights themselves cost the Ministry of Public Utilities a total of $810,453. Tangible sum here for you, the people in Talparo. The ministry will also be paying the electricity bill incurred by the use of these lights, so I urge you to make full use of them while they are on and to turn them off on nights when they are not being used. I think we are making some arrangement that someone nearby here could assist in that regard. I must thank the staff at the ministry who worked to facilitate the funding of this project, as well as the hard-working staff of the T&TEC's Public Lighting Department, who saw it through to completion. Let's give them a round of applause for that. As we speak, you can find T&TEC trucks in various communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago, bringing lights to over 20 recreation grounds and public spaces. Now we have lit almost 180-something grounds, right? More than 180. So we have 20 in the pot boiling at this time. And I have approved another 54 so far, so that you're going to have a lot of lights. And this is all to help and the communities. They want to identify in sports and other recreational activities and so. And this is why we are making this effort to engage your young people in particular, keep them out of negative activities and so. In an effort to improve the reliability and increase the scope of its electricity supply to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, T&TEC is also upgrading more than 20 substations around the country. Some of the areas that will benefit from these upgrades include St. James and environs, Pitivali, Tacarigua, Omira, and Carapo. Of course, this particular project was initiated by your Member of Parliament, the Honourable Jairan Simongal. Mr. Simongal has organized sports festivals in various parts of his constituency with the overall aim of combating crime among the youth. And I have no doubt that now that we have a lit facility, he will want to launch similar initiatives here in Talparo. I must also commend Mr. Rana Prasad, who I've been told was actively involved in the upgrading of this once abandoned ground. Due to their combined efforts, we stand here today celebrating one more milestone in the development of this facility. I thank them for their hard work and encourage you all to support them as they seek to ensure a bright and prosperous future for you and your families. Thank you, and may God bless us all.